Now, bilateral relations between South Africa and Namibia will be strengthened today. President Cyril Ramaphosa is hosting his Namibian counterpart, President Geingob, in Pretoria. Now, the two nations will use the state visit to enhance economic cooperation, explore trade and investment opportunities. And we have in studio with us right now, Khayelihle Khumalo, of course, one of our colleagues, to help us look at what is expected. Kaya, good morning.
Good morning.
Of course, President Geingob is in the country. What are we expecting in terms of the trade relations between the two countries?
Well, Sakina, there's quite a lot. I mean, by virtue of the geographic proximity between South Africa and Namibia, quite a lot of commonalities as well. You look at the history of apartheid between SWAPO, the ruling party in Namibia, and the ANC in South Africa. So these are two neighbors really who work together in so many aspects, just in terms of trade as well, quite a lot of imports coming from South Africa heading to Van Dyk. So that's going to be a very key issue around trade, investment, but also looking at the new ways of boosting, for example, energy. We do know that the Namibians, they do get energy from South Africa through Eskom. There are some challenges here in South Africa. But apart from that, Sakina, we do know that Namibia is part of the SADC troika when it comes to security, defense and political cooperation as well. So there are quite a number of flashpoints that the two leaders will look at. The Kingdom of Eswatini, inevitably a very terrible situation in Sudan as well. We know that these two countries, when it comes to their foreign policies, they always advocate for peaceful resolutions.
And then, of course, there's the Pala matter. And, are we expecting that to become topical as a discussion point during this visit?
A very unofficial issue, Sakina. I mean, it is a very elephant in the room. As much as you do have the leaders, they're vehemently denied any wrongdoing from their part, especially because, there has been a host of allegations leveled against President Geingob that he might have assisted President Ramaphosa in apprehending some of the suspects who happen to be Namibian nationals who were implicated in the saga. So it's likely to be just a two leaders discussion, a tete-a-tete discussion behind the scene.
And of course, everyone would love to be a fly on the wall to hear that, but it's not going to happen. And then just in terms of how proceedings will unfold today, Kaya.
Obviously, it's quite a very historic occasion, Sakina. This is first state visit for President Geingob. So you're going to have the 21-gun salute, the usual, the military band, making sure that he's accorded the very respects that he deserves. But also we do understand during the course of the visit as well here in South Africa, he will have an opportunity to interact with the ANC. You do know that SWAPO, going back to the, the ruling parties, where they do have their own bilateral relations as the governing parties. So we do understand he's going to have some interaction with the ANC top brass, looking at the ways how these two parties can try to regain their electoral fortunes. You do know that SWAPO is also under siege in Namibia, ANC in South Africa as well. The political fortunes are on the wane. And coincidentally, the two countries are going to the elections in 2024. So it's going to be really interesting to see as to how can these two former liberation movements who are currently now governing in their countries, they can try to work together and try perhaps to win the hearts of the electorate, as it were.
Kaya, we'll leave it there. And of course, no doubt, Kaya will be in the nation's capital for us, keeping an eye on those developments.